That is the field before the lines and bases are put down. The grounds crew performs the same ritual for every game on every field, laying chalk lines, putting down bases, mowing the outfield. It's as timeless as the game itself, and it's all in anticipation of two words: play ball.
And once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oscar Frazier Park in Bluffton, South Carolina, for tonight's elimination game between the Bluffton American team and the team from Sumter County. If you tuned in last night, right here on the Beaufort County channel, you saw some amazing Dixie Youth baseball. In Game 1, the Bluffton American team came from behind to win their game versus Midland 6-5 and advance in the tournament. And then in Game 2, what a matchup between Edgefield and Union County. The game was tied 1-1 with Edgefield walking off and winning in the bottom of the 10th inning at about 12:15 a.m. What a night of baseball for everybody here at Oscar Frazier Park. And this game looks to be exciting too. One of these teams will move on, one of these teams will go home. Bluffton American will be the away team for this game. Sumter County will be the home team. And here's the way that Bluffton American lines up. Jackson Arsenault leads off, plays center field. Miles Fry, the shortstop, bats second. Nico Martucci at first base hits third. Bradley Robbins, the extra hitter, bats cleanup. Roman Colella at second base bats fifth. Talon Putnam, the extra hitter, bats sixth. Max Van Esselston, the third baseman, hits seventh. Scotty Boudreau, the right fielder, hits eighth. Colin Hetzel on the mound, he hits ninth. Henry Parrott, the catcher, hits 10th. Colton Young, the extra hitter, bats 11th. And Tannen Mankowski rounds out the batting order. He plays left field and he bats 12th. Bluffton Americans coached by Alan Arsenault, Toby Colella, and Jason Putnam. And the home team for this game is Sumter County. Defensively for Sumter in the outfield, left to right, Joe Chapman in left field, Peyton Price in center. And over in right field, it's Corey Bailey. On the infield, third to first, Jeray Mitchell at third. Drew Farrell at short. What's his number 27? How do we say that name? Marion Davis at second. Over at first base, B.J. Balls. The catcher's Carson Todd, and Carson Wilsey is on the mound for Sumter. So Jackson Arsenault, Miles Fry, and Nico Martucci. And if you tuned into the first game yesterday, Nico Martucci's at bat where he hit a two-run game-tying home run to straightaway center field, the turning point for Bluffton. That gave them the momentum, and they used that momentum to a 6-5 victory, come from behind victory to advance in the tournament. We're ready to go. Jackson Arsenault makes his way to the left-handed batter's box. Carson Wilsey ready to deliver the first pitch. And here it is. And it's taken for a strike. No balls and one strike. Wilsey again ready, gets his sign. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Arsenault. All the way to the screen, and the count's even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't know about the rest of the crew from Beaufort County Channel, but I'm still tired from last night. It was a long night, but what a game we saw. The incredible pitching and defense. The young men, both games, as that pitch is tapped back to the pitcher. And there's the first out in the top of the first inning, 1 up and 1 down. And that'll bring up Miles Fry. We saw those youngsters make One good defensive play after another on the infield and the outfield. We saw tremendous pitching. What a talented group we have here at the Dixie Youth Boys Ozone State Championship. Base is empty, one down, top of the first. Pitch to Miles Fry, misses outside for ball one. One 0 pitch on the way. Fouled off, out of play. And that evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilsey into the wind. 1-1 pitch is lined into left field and caught by the left fielder. Looked like it might have snuck out of his glove, but he held on to it. Great catch out there in left field by Joe Chapman. Miles Fry hit that ball right on the screws, but Chapman stayed with it for the second out here in the top of the first. 2 up, 2 down. And now here he is, Nico Martucci. Grand slam home run on Sunday, game-tying 2-run home run last night. He also pitched great for Bluffton American on Sunday. And he hits that right back to Wilsey, who flips to first in time, and it's a very easy inning for Sumter in the top of the first. Nothing doing for Bluffton American. We go to the bottom of the first. No score from the Dixie Youth Boys Ozone State Championship live right here on the Beaufort County Channel. We'll be right back. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Sumter County now comes to the plate. They'll face Colin Hetzel on the mound for Bluffton American. BJ Balls, Carson Wilsey, Drew Farrell, the first 3 for Sumter County here in the bottom of the first. Hetzel's first pitch misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes to BJ Balls. Hetzel into the wind, 1-0 pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch stays outside, and the count goes to 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. Down low, 3 balls, no strikes to BJ Balls. No score. Bottom of the first in this elimination game between the Bluffton American All-Stars and the Sumter County All-Stars. 3-0 pitch finds the strike zone, 3-1 the count. Tap foul out of play, and it's a full count now. 3-2 on BJ Balls. And we once again want to welcome everybody to the Beaufort County Channel. Live action in the Dixie Youth Boys Ozone State Championship. Bluffton American versus Sumter County. This is an elimination game. One team moves on, one team goes home. 3-2 pitch. I think it hits Balls. So Balls goes down to first, hit by a pitch, and that's the way the bottom of the first starts for Sumter. That'll bring up the pitcher, Carson Wilsey. Defensively for Bluffton American in the outfield, left to right, Tannen Mankowski in left, Jackson Arsenault in center, Scotty Boudreau over in right. On the infield, third to first, Max Van Esselston at third, Miles Fry at short, Roman Colella at second, Nico Martucci over at first. Henry Parrott does the catching with the runner going, and Parrott's throw sails backed up nicely by the second baseman to keep Balls at second. So runner at second, nobody out, runner in scoring position for Sumter. As Carson Wilsey digs in versus Colin Hetzel. The pitch to the plate misses inside, ball one. Ball's a good-sized leadoff second. Hetzel gives him a glance. And a snap throw back towards second. Close play, but back safely. Hetzel caught Balls leaning a little bit too far toward third, but Ball's able to get back. Hetzel again gives Balls a glance, and the pitch to the plate. Misses outside, that evens the count 2-2. Check the count, it's 2-1. So Hetzel pickoff play on at second, and that hits Balls right in the numbers as he's diving back to the bag. So the count goes to still 2-1 on Carson Wilsey. Hetzel with the 2-1 pitch. That's it high and fairly deep into left field and in for a base hit. And misplayed out there in left field, and BJ Balls never stopped running, and he is going to score easily. And Sumter takes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Tannen Mankowski might have had a little more time than he thought he had to make that play in left. Then the ball got by him, and BJ Balls never stopped running. He hustled all the way from second, and he scores the first run. And Sumter takes a 1-0 lead. On the throw home, Carson Wilsey goes down to second. So runner at second, still nobody out. And Drew Farrell, the batter for Sumter.
Now batting number 2, Drew Farrell.
There's a curveball, good pitch, swung on and missed for strike one. Hetzel looks the runner back to second, now to the plate, and that's hit up the middle. That's going to get down into center field for a base hit. And the throw gets away all the way to the screen, and that allows Drew Farrell to get to second. So runners second and third now for Sumter. Still nobody out with a run in. And Carson Todd will now be the batter. So kind of a rough start for Colin Hetzel and the Bluffton American team here at the top of the first. A run in for Sumter, runners second and third, nobody out. And we're ready to go, and Carson Todd comes to the plate.
11, Carson Todd.
Yes. Hetzel looks in, gets a sign from Henry Parrott. Runners get their leads off second and third. Hetzel gives the runners a glance. Now to the plate, and it's way outside for ball one. Yes. 1-0 pitch on the way. Inside, good stop by Henry Parrott, and the count goes to 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch misses outside, and that runs the count to 3-0. And there you see a lovely overhead shot from the drone. Robert Getsy's drone back at Oscar Frazier Park. And there's a walk, and now the base is loaded for Sumter County. They've already plated one run. They bid to get some more and break the game open early. And now a meeting on the mound for Bluffton American. Alan Arsenault talking strategy with Colin Hetzel. This is a big moment in the game, and of course this is an elimination game. Somebody is going home. One of these two teams. And it's a new pitcher for Bluffton, and it's going to be Roman Colella. So Colella in relief of Hetzel, and he'll inherit a bases loaded, nobody out situation. Oh, it's not. Correction on who's pitching. Is it Nico? It's Nico Martucci. Correction. It's not Roman Colella. It is Nico Martucci. Last night in the second game between Edgefield and Union, Edgefield loaded the bases in the bottom of the seventh with nobody out, and Union was able to get out of it with no run scoring. That sent the game on into the night and eventually to the bottom of the 10th. 2-1, Edgefield walked off against Union in a game that neither team really deserved to lose. We had some clouds as I was driving in. There were some rumbles of thunder coming across the Broad River Bridge from Beaufort to Bluffton, but it seems like maybe skies are starting to clear, see some blue skies overhead, and maybe weather won't be a factor as it was last night. We will see. It is the low country, it is July, and there is a lot of humidity, so you never know. Well, here we go. Bases loaded, nobody out, and a run in for Sumter. Nico Martucci now on the mound. Jeray Mitchell stands in. The third baseman for Sumter, a chance to break the game open. Bluffton plays in at the corners. Even depth at short and second. Mitchell takes a ball from Nico Martucci. Henry Parrott puts down the sign. Martucci gets the one he wants. Jeray Mitchell awaits the 1-0 pitch instead of throw over to third. Carson Wilsey back safely. Runners lead off first, second, and third. Martucci with the sign. The 1-0 pitch on the way is on the inside corner for a strike. And that evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch on the way. That's fouled back to the screen. Good cut by Jeray Mitchell. Fouled it right back to the screen, but that takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martucci gives the runners a look. A 1-2 pitch on the way to Jeray Mitchell. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 3, and Mitchell knew it. And Nico Martucci gets the first out here in the bottom of the first. Bases remain loaded now with 1 out, and Peyton Price the batter.
Now batting number 14, Peyton Price.
Price awaits the pitch. Here it is. He takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Sumter's center fielder Peyton Price. Bases loaded, 1 out, a run in. Sumter leads 1-0. Martucci with a toss over to third to keep Wilsey close. And Martucci trying to wriggle off the hook here in the bottom of the first. Keep the damage at just 1 run if he can, and give Bluffton American a chance to come back, just as they did yesterday in the first game. 0-1 pitch on the way is on the outside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Peyton Price. Martucci into the wind. The 0-2 pitch on the way, fouled back to the screen, and the count stays 0-2. We once again want to thank all of our viewers watching live on the Beaufort County channel on TV and also at BeaufortCountySC.gov. Every game of this tournament streamed either on TV or online. And we appreciate you tuning in all tournament long. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Nico Martucci has struck out the first 2 batters he has faced. He came in with the bases loaded, nobody out. The bases remain loaded. Now there are 2 out, and a chance to get out of this with just the 1 run scoring. Marion Davis stands in, second baseman for Sumter. Martucci ready, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1.
Now batting number 27, Marion Davis.
These are some impressive young men that we've seen play baseball the last few days. They are not intimidated by any situation. That is tapped to third, and Nico Martucci is out of the inning. He came in with the bases loaded, nobody out. He leaves them stranded, and Sumter will settle for just the 1 run. So we go to the top of the second. Here at the Dixie Youth Boys Ozone State Championship, Sumter leads 1-0. Bluffton American coming up in the top of the second. We'll be right back. You're watching the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the top of the second inning. Nico Martucci with a Houdini act to get out of a bases loaded, no out situation in the bottom of the first and keep Sumter with just the one run. So Bluffton American a chance to even the score here in the top of the second. Carson Wilsey still on the mound for Sumter. Bradley Robbins leads off for Bluffton American, and he takes ball one. It'll be Bradley Robbins, Roman Colella, Talon Putnam. The first three here in the top of the second. Pitch on the way, misses for ball two, 2-0. Two-oh pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. Wilsey into the wind, 2-1 pitch. Misses for ball three, 3-1 the count. Bluffton would love to get the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the second. Hello, Scott Grooms. Three-one pitch on the way, hit high and deep into center field, but the center fielder in his tracks puts it away for out number one here in the top of the second. Robbins hit it hard, but right to the center fielder, one up, one down here in the top of the second, and that brings up Roman Colella.
Now batting number 8, Roman Colella.
4 in a row retired by Carson Wilsey. And the pitch on the way to Colella is in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way, hit out towards second, fielded by the second baseman who flips to first in plenty of time for out number 2. 2 quick outs in the top of the second for Carson Wilsey in Sumter County. That'll bring up Talon Putnam for Bluffton American.
Number 8, number 24, Talon Putnam.
Putnam digs in the left-hand batter's box, and he awaits the first pitch from Carson Wilsey. Here it is, and it's a strike, 0-1. 12 teams began this tournament on Saturday, and it all ends on Thursday when we will crown the Ozone State champions. No balls and 2 strikes to Talon Putnam. Great crowds every day. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and it's another easy inning for Carson Wilsey in Sumter County as Bluffton goes 1-2-3. So nothing doing for Bluffton County. We head to the bottom of the second. The score, Sumter County 1, Bluffton American nothing. You are watching the Beaufort County Channel. Bluffton American comes to bat.
County All-Stars, number 7.
Sumter, comes to bat in the bottom of the second, leading the game 1-0. Nico Martucci still on the mound for Bluffton American, and he throws a strike to Joe Chapman leading off for Sumter. Joe Chapman, Jeremiah Burson, Corey Bailey, the first three here in the bottom of the second inning. Hit toward first. Easy play for the first baseman who steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. And Martucci has retired the first 4 men he has faced. Base is empty, 1 out. And now Jeremiah Burson, the batter. Burson stands in, Martucci into the wide, and there's a swing and a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch gets all the way to the screen. That evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Martucci into the wind, pitch on the way, stays high. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is on the corner for a called strike, and the count's even. 2-2 to Jeremiah Burson. Martucci's 2-2 pitch just misses outside, and that fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a leadoff walk for Sumter. Not what Martucci had in mind. Excuse me, 1-out walk for Sumter. So Burson goes down to first. And now Corey Bailey stands in for Sumter.
Corey Bailey.
A pitch out and a snap throw to first, but Burson back safely. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count to Corey Bailey. There's a swing and a miss. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouled back to the screen. Bailey in the hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's another beautiful aerial shot you just saw of beautiful Oscar Frazier Park. On what has turned into a very nice evening. Burson leads off first. 1-2 pitch on the way is popped up into very short, actually still on the infield, and caught by the shortstop for the 2nd out. Burson stays at first. That's 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. And that brings up Ford Wilder.
Now batting number 4, Ford Wilder.
1-0 Sumter. As they bat with a runner on first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd. Over on field 2, Union County just won their game against Hartsfield North. So Union County moves on in the tournament. Runner going from first. Parrott's throw down to second's a good one, and it's in time to get Burson, and Burson may be hurt. The tag might have been hard and hurt Burson. It's out number 3 in the bottom of the second, and everybody's going to see if Burson's okay. So it's nothing doing for Sumter. And as we check on Jeremiah Burson, we'll take a break and come back for the top of the third. You're watching the Dixie Youth Ozone State Championship right here live on the Beaufort County Channel. We'll be right back. Well, we need to make a correction. The throw down to second by Henry Parrott was a good throw, but the ball was apparently dropped, and Jeremiah Burson was ruled safe. So the inning continues. Burson, the runner, at second with 2 outs, and Ford Wilder will be the batter. So our apologies for confusing both ourselves and you on that last play. It's a no ball, 1 strike count to Ford Wilder with Jeremiah Burson, the runner, on at second, and 2 outs. It's a 1-0 Sumter County lead. So Martucci a little more work to get out of the bottom of the second. Wilder digs in. Martucci looks Burson back to second. And the pitch to the plate is on the outside corner for strike 2, 0-2. And now time called, and Bluffton's coach is going to jog out to the mound and have a chat with Nico Martucci. And now we're ready to go. The count's no balls and 2 strikes to Ford Wilder with Jeremiah Burson on at second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, and Sumter County out in front 1-0. And now Martucci steps off, distracted by Jeremiah Burson down at second. Now he's ready. And Martucci's 0-2 pitch is hit off the end of the bat out towards second, fielded by the second baseman, who flips onto first in time. And now the bottom of the second comes to a close, with Sumter County leading Bluffton American 1-0. So we do now go to the top of the third. Sumter County on top 1-0. We'll be right back live on the Beaufort County Channel.
Now batting number 34, Max Van
Bluffton American comes to bat in the top of the third, down by a run. Carson Wilsey still on the mound for Sumter. And he has retired the first 6 Bluffton American hitters he has faced. And there's the first hit for Bluffton American. It's Max Van Esselston with a leadoff single. And a good start for Bluffton in the top of the third. Good job of hitting there by Esselston. He took it the other way and just served it into right field. So good start for the top of the third, and that brings up Scotty Boudreau, the right fielder.
Congratulations, both teams.
That's lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Bluffton American making some noise here in the top of the third. Back-to-back singles by Van Esselston and Boudreau. And that'll bring up Colin Hetzel.
Now batting number 1, Colin Hetzel.
Sumter scored their run in the bottom of the first inning. And that's the only run we've seen for either team so far. But Bluffton American with back-to-back singles and a chance to tie the game or possibly take the lead. There's a bunt. It's a good bunt, and it's bobbled by the pitcher, and he's not going to have a play. Wilsey tried to rush that, and he came up empty, and Bluffton American suddenly with the bases loaded, nobody out. Henry Parrott will be the batter. Wilsey might have had just a little bit longer to make that play than he thought, but he couldn't get his hand around the ball, and that allowed Hetzel to reach. So bases loaded for Bluffton American, nobody out, and a chance to make some noise. First time Wilsey's worked with runners on base, and his pitch to Parrott misses for ball 1. So a couple of singles and an E1 have the bases loaded for Bluffton American. And there's a big swing and a miss, foul tip actually by Henry Parrott.
Now batting number 88.
And the count's even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way, fouled off the screen. And the count's even on Henry Parrott, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners get their leads off first, second, and third. Wilsey gets his sign. 2-2 pitch on the way to Henry Parrott. It hits him, and the game is tied. A painful way to tie the game, but Bluffton American will take it. Parrott trots down to first. Max Van Esselston trots in from third, and the game is tied 1-1. Bases remain loaded, still nobody out, and Colton Young the batter. All tied 1-1 here in the top of inning 3.
Now batting number 7, Colton Young.
Pitch on the way to Young, check swing, strike 1. So Bluffton American ties the game here in the top of the third inning. And a chance to take the lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. Pitch on the way, misses. And the count's even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sumter plays in at the corners, even at second and short, and that pitch gets all the way to the screen, and Bluffton's going to take the lead. In to score from third base is Scotty Boudreau, and Bluffton now leads 2-1. So a hit batsman and a wild pitch have put Bluffton American ahead in this game. The other two runners move up to second and third, so two more runners in scoring position and a 2-ball, 1-strike count to Colton Young. Wilsey retired the first 6 Bluffton American batters that he faced, but trouble for Wilsey and Sumter here in the top of the third. Bluffton American now on top 2-1, a chance to add to that. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Colton Young. Runners get their leads off second and third. Wilsey into the wind. The pitch on the way. It hits him again. A second hit batsman of the inning for Bluffton American. Colton Young goes down to first, and that might have hurt him. He's still running into the short right field, and I think Colton Young might be hurt. Not sure where it got him, but he is hurt out on behind first base. So the bases are going to be loaded for Bluffton again. And Tannen Mankowski will be the batter for Bluffton. Bases loaded, nobody out, 2 runs in, 2-1 game. Bluffton American has the lead here in the top of the third.
Now batting number 45, Tannen Mankowski.
Colton Young appears to be okay. He's shaking it off and taking his place down at first base. So runners lead off first, second, and third.
I'm sorry.
Mankowski awaits the pitch from Wilsey. Here it is. And it's a strike. No balls, 1 strike. '60s, 60s, 70s. Yeah. If you hold on 1 second. Pitch on the way on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. If you convert that to majors, they're thrown in the 90s, maybe equivalent of majors pitching. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 runs in for Bluffton American. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Mankowski goes down swinging. That's the first out in the top of the third. So the bases remain loaded. Now with 1 out, we flip the batting order, go back to the top of the order, and Jackson Arsenault, a dangerous hitter. First pitch to Arsenault. All the way back to the screen. Bluffton's going to score a 3rd run, the 2nd of the inning on a wild pitch. So Wilsey's control haunts him here in the 3rd inning. He's hit a couple of batters, thrown a couple of wild pitches, and he's mad at himself. He's kicking the dirt around the mound. And Bluffton American has put 3 across here in the top of the 3rd and take a 3-1 lead. And it's a 1-ball, no strike count to Jackson Arsenault. Runners now second and third. 1 out, 3 runs in. 1-0 pitch to Arsenault. It's hit right back to the pitcher who catches it on the fly and throws to third for the double play. Arsenault hit it hard, but he lines into a double play. But a good inning for Bluffton American. They score 3. And as we go to the bottom of the 3rd here at Oscar Frazier Park, Bluffton American enjoys a 3-1 lead. You're watching the Dixie Youth Ozone State Championship Tournament right here live on the Beaufort County Channel. We'll be right back. And Nico Martucci still on the mound for Bluffton American as we go to the bottom of the third. Martucci now enjoys a 3-1 lead. Bluffton American with 3 runs in the top of the third, 1 on a hit batsman, 2 on wild pitches. And they now lead 3-1. BJ Balls leads off in the bottom of the third. And the count's now even on balls. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch on the way. Ball 2 to Balls. Martucci into the wind and the 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3. This would be a true bases on balls here if Balls can draw ball 4. Three-one pitch on the way from Nico Martucci. And there it is. A bases on balls to Balls.
Now pitching, now batting, number 13, Carson Wilson.
I kept wanting to say sweaty balls, but I held off.
So leadoff man aboard for Sumter. That's the way they wanted to start, not the way that Nico Martucci wanted to start. Now he's got to face Carson Wilsey. Runner going, and the throw down to second is going to be close. And is he really out this time? He is out this time. It's out number 1. Henry Parrott's got a gun for an arm, and he cuts down Balls trying to steal second. So big out for Bluffton American. That clears the bases, puts 1 out on the board. And in stands Carson Wilsey with a 1-ball, no strike count. Fouled off the screen, and the count's even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases empty, 1 out. Bottom of the third, 3-1 Bluffton American. Martucci's pitch misses for ball 2, 2-1 the count. 2-1 pitch off speed pitch. Good pitch by Martucci. Catches the strike zone. 2-2 the count. And there is Oscar Frazier Park from overhead. The Beaufort County Channel drone with a great shot as Martucci's 2-2 pitch sails outside. Another 3-2 count. Wilsey digs in. 3-2 pitch on the way. Hit hard into center field. And caught out there by Jackson Arsenault for the second out here in the bottom of the third. Ball might have knuckled on him a little bit toward the end. He had to hit the turf to catch it, but he came away with it. Good catch.
Now batting number 2, Drew Farrell.
And that'll bring up Drew Farrell with the bases empty and 2 outs. Farrell fouls it off back toward the cars. Somebody's window is about to be busted. No balls and 1 strike to Drew Farrell. Hit high and deep into left field, and fair ball. He can run for a while. He is going to go into second with a hard hit 2-out double. So Drew Farrell doubles down the left field line. And Carson Todd a chance to pull Sumter a run closer.
Now batting number 11, Carson Todd.
Martucci's delivery misses. 4-1 to Carson Todd. Oh, pickoff play on at second, and they got him. They caught Drew Farrell leading just a little bit too far toward third. Martucci with the good instincts, and Sumter turned away here in the bottom of the third. So we head to the top of the fourth at the Dixie Youth Ozone State Baseball Tournament with Bluffton American on top 3-1. We'll be right back right here on the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the top of the fourth here at Oscar Frazier Park in beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina. The Bluffton American team on top 3-1. And it'll be Miles Fry, Nico Martucci, and Bradley Robbins, the first three for Bluffton American. Carson Wilsey still on the mound for Sumter. And there's some more beautiful drone footage of Field 3 at Oscar Frazier Park. So here we go. Miles Fry leads off for Bluffton American in the top of the fourth. Wilsey into the wind. Fry squares to bunt, pulls the bat back. It takes a strike. No balls, one strike. Big swing and a miss, and Fry is down 2 strikes, 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way. Fouled back to the screen. The count stays. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh-2 pitch on the way. That's ripped to third and under the third baseman's glove into left field. Leadoff single for Miles Fry, and a good start for Bluffton American here in the top of the fourth. We play 6-inning games here in the Ozone Tournament, so any insurance Bluffton American could get, they would love, and a good man for that stands in the batter's box in the person of Nico Martucci. A couple of home runs in this tournament, including a Grand Slam Sunday, a game-tying 2-run home run last night. And he's on the mound tonight for Bluffton American with a 3-1 lead. Fry leads off first. Martucci stands in. Wilsey into the wind. The pitch on the way with Fry going. It's a ball. The throw down to second bounces. And Fry is in there with a stolen base, so a runner in scoring position for Bluffton. And it's a no-ball, 1-strike count to Nico Martucci with Miles Fry down at second. And nobody out. Wilsey ready. And the 0-1 pitch on the way is inside, tight. And the count goes even, 1-1 on Nico Martucci. Wilsey checks Fry back at second. To the plate, big swing by Martucci. He was going for broke on that swing, but he came up empty, and the count goes to 1-2. Fry again leads off second. Wilsey gets his sign, and Martucci awaits with a 1-2 pitch. Here it is, and it's lined to the second baseman who catches it, and good base running by Miles Fry to keep from getting doubled off. So Martucci lines to second, and that's the first out here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, number 9, Bradley Robbins.
And that brings up Bradley Robbins. There's a hit out towards short and under the shortstop's glove. Nice backup by the left fielder who was on the infield, but the shortstop will tell you he should have had that, and that'll be an E6 that allows Bradley Robbins to reach first. So Bluffton American
Now batting, number 8.
with runners at first and third and 1 out. And Roman Colella stands in. (3-1) Bluffton American with the lead as they bat with runners on first and third and 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Runner goes from first. The pitch gets all the way to the screen. It's going to be a stolen base. And now the ball gets away, and another run is going to score for Bluffton American, and they got the other runner hung up between second and third. And they make the tag, and that's the out. So Bluffton American scores their 4th run. They now lead 4-1. Bradley Robbins picked off in the rundown between second and third, so that clears the bases. A run's in for Bluffton American. 2 outs. That's the second out here in the top of the fourth with a run in for Bluffton American, and they lead 4-1. And of the 4 runs Bluffton American has scored, only one of those the result of an RBI, and that was a hit by pitch. So Bluffton American extends the lead to 4-1. And Coker's got to do some fancy footwork to get out of the way of that pitch. Colella, check that. Roman Colella. Wilsey shakes his head on the mound, trying to shake it off and give his team a chance to come back. It's ball 4 to Colella. And Wilsey looking very frustrated on the mound right now for Sumter.
Now batting number 24.
He's pitched a great game. His defense has let him down just a little bit, but still plenty of time. We're only in the top of the 4th. Talon Putnam now the batter for Bluffton. And he takes ball 1. Roman Colella, the runner down at first with 2 outs and a run in for Bluffton American. Snap throw toward first, that gets away, but not far enough for Colella to advance down to second. One-0 pitch on the way. Runner going. Throw down to second. Bounces and gets into center field, but backed up nicely by Sumter, and that keeps Colella from going down to third. So stolen base for Roman Colella, another runner in scoring position for Bluffton. And it's a 1-ball-and-1-strike count to Putnam. One pitch on the way is a ball, and the count's now 2-1. Two-one pitch on the way. Hit toward third, and a diving catch by the third baseman's going to end the top of the 4th. A great play at third by Jeray Mitchell, and Bluffton America turned away here in the top of the 4th. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bluffton American adds a run, and they lead 4-1. We'll be right back right here on the Beaufort County Channel. Welcome back to Oscar Frazier Park in Bluffton, South Carolina. This Dixie Youth Ozone State Championship game between the Bluffton American All-Stars and the Sumter County All-Stars. Bluffton American with the lead 4-1 as Sumter bats in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nico Martucci still on the mound for Bluffton American. Carson Todd leads off the bottom of the 4th for Sumter, and he's behind 0-2. Martucci into the wind. 0-2 pitch on the way. Is outside and high, and the count now 1-2. Martucci's 2-1 pitch gets all the way to the screen, and the count goes to 3-1 on Carson Todd, the catcher for the Sumter County All-Stars. Three-one pitch, inside ball 4, a leadoff walk for Carson Todd. Not the way Martucci wants the bottom of the 4th to start.
Now batting number 19, Jeray Mitchell.
And now Jeray Mitchell, whose diving catch ended the top of the 4th. Made a diving catch in foul territory for the 3rd out in the top of the 4th. A good play by that young man. And now he bats with a runner on first, nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. And a courtesy runner on at first. It's Corey Bailey, who's going to run for Carson Todd.
Courtesy runner at first is Corey Bailey.
Pitch on the way is ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Jeray Mitchell. Bailey leads off first. Mitchell takes a strike, and that evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The winner of this game will move on in the tournament. The loser in this game will unfortunately head home as Mitchell swings and misses. And the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. But of course, as hard as these young men have played this entire tournament, there are no losers. Everybody wins in this tournament, and everybody should be very proud of how they've played and how they carry themselves on and off the field as Mitchell swings and misses for strike 3. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner still at first. And now Peyton Price, the batter.
Now batting number 14, Peyton Price.
And we want to thank all of our viewers tuning in all across the state, both on the Beaufort County channel on television and also at BeaufortCountySC.gov streamed online. We appreciate you tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast, and we've certainly seen some amazing baseball over the last few days here at Oscar Frazier Park. Pitch is inside, almost hit Peyton Price, but somehow he got out of the way, and that counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way is outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. Good pitch by Martucci, finds the outside corner and evens the count 2-2. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. Peyton Price goes down on strikes. That's the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner still at first. And Marion Davis, the batter.
Now batting number 27, Marion Davis.
And it's ball 1 to Davis. Martucci into the wind, 1-0 pitch. Misses for ball 2, 2-0 the count. hit in the hole between third and short into short left field. It's going to be a base hit. Marion Davis with a single to left, and that puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. And brings up Joe Chapman. And now a visit by Alan Arsenault, the Bluffton coach. Check that, that's Toby Kallela. And a meeting on the mound for Bluffton American. They lead by 3. Meeting over, Bluffton American has their strategy, and Nico Martucci is going to try to get out of this and keep Sumter off the scoreboard. Joe Chapman, on the other hand, will try to bring his team closer. So runners lead off first and second. Martucci gives him a glance, and he brings it to the plate, and Chapman hits it into center field. Actually caught by the shortstop. That wasn't hit as hard as I thought, and that's out number 3. So Martucci and Bluffton American get out of it in the bottom of the 4th and keep Sumter off the scoreboard. Moving right along, we go to the top of the 5th here at the Dixie Youth Ozone State Tournament. Bluffton American on top 4-1. We'll be right back on the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the top of the 5th with Bluffton American on top 4-1. Max Van Esselston leads off for Bluffton American. Carson Wilsey still on the mound for Sumter. Van Esselston awaits the 2-0 pitch. Hit out towards short, fielded by the shortstop, who throws across to first, dug out by the first baseman, and in time for the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. Base is empty with 1 out. Now Scotty Boudreau.
Scotty Boudreau.
Wilsey's pitch backs Boudreau up and goes all the way to the screen for ball 1. And now 2-0 the count to Scotty Boudreau. And the 2-0 pitch finds a strike zone and takes the count to 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch misses outside. Now the count 3-1.
Yes, that's true. The loser will play the winner of this game.
And there's ball 4 to Scotty Boudreau. He'll go down to first with a 1-out walk. And now Colin Hetzel, the batter.
Number 1, Colin Hetzel.
4-1, Bluffton American with the lead. As they bat with a runner on first and 1 out here in the top of inning 5. Hetzel stands in. And Wilsey's delivery misses for ball 1. That's in there for a strike, and the count's now even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner going, and the pitch is hit out towards second. Takes a bad hop, gets away, and everybody's going to be safe. That ball took a funny hop on the second baseman, and he just couldn't corral it. And Bluffton with 2 men on now and just 1 out for Jackson Arsenault.
Now batting number 4, Jackson Arsenault.
Bluffton American looking for a little insurance. Arsenault stands in. Wilsey into the wind. Runners get their leads off first and second. And Arsenault squares to bunt and takes strike 1. Arsenault bunts, and he bunts it foul. Good idea. But the ball went foul, and he's down 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch on the way to Jackson Arsenault. Hit sharply out towards short. Step on the bag for 1. The relay to first, not in time. It's a force out at second for the second out of the inning. Arsenault reaches on the force play. He becomes the runner at first. So Bluffton America now with runners first and third, 2 outs, and Miles Fry, the batter. Wilsey into the wide. Pitch on the way to Fry, in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch instead to third. And safe at third, the runner. pitch on the way. That's hit out towards second. Nice hop this time, but on to first in time. And Bluffton American retired. Well, now hold on 1 second. What's some controversy? Looks like the coaches wanted a catcher's interference call, but I don't think they're going to get it. And now the umpires are going to talk it over. So we'll stay with you for just a second while the umpires talk over what Bluffton contends is catcher's interference. So the inning may not be over just yet. So if a catcher gets in the way of the runner or he gets in the way of the batter trying to swing, he can be cited. And the call stands, the runner is out, and the inning does come to a close. So Bluffton American turned away in the top of the fifth. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Bluffton American still on top 4-1. You are watching live right here on the Beaufort County Channel, the Dixie Youth Ozone State Baseball Tournament. We'll be right back for the bottom of the fifth. And we go to the bottom of the fifth with Bluffton American leading 4-1. Sumter trying to get back in the ball game. Nico Martucci still on the mound for Bluffton American.
Leading off, number 9, Jeremiah Burson.
And he's going to face Jeremiah Burson leading off the bottom of the fifth for Sumter County. And it's popped up, foul back toward the screen, and strike one. A 1 pitch on the way, big swing and a miss. And Burson down, no balls and 2 strikes. Martucci, a quick worker. The 0-2 pitch just misses the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Fought foul, and the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's one of the youngsters out here at Oscar Frazier Park, waving to the cameras. Hello, young man. And what's the going on here on the mound? We've got the third base umpire. Looks like we're ready to resume here. And when play resumes, it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Jeremiah Burson, who is leading off the bottom of the 5th for Sumter County. 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses for ball 2, and that evens it 2-2. Two-two pitch misses outside, 3-2. Sumter County needs base runners, and they would love to see a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 5th. Martucci trying to prevent that from happening into the wind, and the 3-2 pitch on the way misses for ball 4, and Sumter does have their leadoff man aboard. It's a walk to Jeremiah Burson, and he is a threat to steal, and we'll see if Sumter tries to take an extra base here. And now we go back to the top of the order and B.J. Balls. Burson leads off first. Martucci into the wind, and the pitch is inside. Ball 1 to Balls. Burson leads off first. The pitch to Balls is fouled off. Look out, everybody. Out of play. And the count's even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch on the way, misses high and outside, and the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike to B.J. Balls. There's a chopper to the second baseman. He's got to wait for it, and throw on to first is close and not in time. Safe. Balls beats it out. That is a hustle single for B.J. Balls, and Sumter with the first 2 men aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. So runners first and second, nobody out. And now Carson Wilsey stands in.
Now batting number 13, Carson Wilsey.
Bluffton American with a little meeting on the mound here. And they hold a 3-run lead, but Sumter trying to come back here in the bottom of the 5th. That took the ball that Balls hit. Took a big hop to the second baseman, and there was just enough time for Balls to leg it out. That could turn out to be a big play in this game. We'll see. Runners first and second, nobody out. And here's Carson Wilsey. Pitch on the way to Wilsey. That's ripped to third, fielded by the third baseman, who steps on the bag for 1, across to first. Safe is the call. Bang bang play down at first. A good throw by the third baseman, but the runner ruled safe, so it's a force out. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners still first and second for Sumter. And Drew Farrell will be the batter. We have seen tremendous defense all tournament long, particularly by the infielders of these teams. The throws from third and short to first have been routine for every team. They've made strikes just about every throw they've made. It's been really incredible to watch these young athletes be this good this young. So runners first and second, now one out. Farrell thought that was a ball, but called a strike, and the count's 0-1. Nico Martucci with a scowl out on the pitcher's mound. A 1 pitch on the way. Misses for ball 1. That evens it 1-1. One pitch is ripped, and I mean ripped foul past third. Some fancy footwork by the coach in the coach's box down the third base line. He might have lost a toe if that had made contact. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Drew Farrell. Runners lead off first and second. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Drew Farrell. Martucci looks the runners back. And he brings it to the plate, and it's way outside all the way to the screen. And the runners are going to advance to second and third. That'll be a wild pitch for Martucci. He's upset with himself. And now a base hit by Farrell could pull Sumter to within a run. So runners now second and third. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count to Drew Farrell. Martucci's pitch is hit high, deep into center field, caught by the center fielder, deep enough for the run to tag and score from third, and the runner from second also tried to tag, and he's hung up. And now they'll try to tag him out. The run down, there's the tag, and a big tag. Maybe a little too hard. Carson Wilsey tried to jar the ball loose, and that was a rough forearm that he threw to Bluffton American's third baseman. And I believe he has been thrown out of the game for that play. So I believe Carson Wilsey has been run from this game for being a little over aggressive on the base paths. Umpire is going to have a meeting and talk it out. So Sumter scores a run. The run scored before the third out was recorded.
Oh, they did throw him out.
They didn't throw him out.
They got together and decided not to. Come on.
So the umpires have ruled that Carson Wilsey is not out of the game. Bluffton argues that he should be because of the forearm that he threw to Max Van Esselston, the third baseman for Bluffton American. At any rate, it's a 4-2 ball game. Bluffton American has the lead. We'll take a break and come back and sort all this out, whether Carson Wilsey is out of the game or not out of the game. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th. You're watching the Dixie Youth Ozone State Tournament right here on the Beaufort County Channel. So a little controversy to end the bottom of the 5th inning. But either way, it's 4-2 Bluffton American. Nico Martucci leads off
Number 17.
in the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for Sumter, Marion Davis. We are not sure whether Carson Wilsey was ejected or not. But either way, there's a new pitcher, Marion Davis, on the hill for Sumter County. And his job is to keep Bluffton American right where they are and give Sumter a chance to come back in the bottom of the 6th. These are 6-inning games, so we're in the final inning with Bluffton American on top 4-2, and Martucci ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Nico Martucci of the home run trot. His trot around the bases last night was something to behold when he tied the game at 3 against Midland, a game that Bluffton American came from behind to win 6-5. And then in the nightcap, we saw Edgefield and Union locked into a classic game that lasted till 12:15 a.m. that Edgefield edged Union 2-1. Martucci takes a strike. He can't believe it. This kid's a competitor, and the count's 3-1. Davis gets his sign. Martucci awaits a 3-1 pitch. Here it is. It's fouled back to the screen, and that fills the count 3-2. There's a beautiful shot of the sunset over Oscar Frazier Park in gorgeous Bluffton, South Carolina. What a great shot from the drone out in left field. The 3-2 pitch on the way to Martucci is hit out toward short sharply, fielded by the shortstop. High throw onto first is in time. Martucci is retired. 1 down here in the top of inning 6. And that brings up Bradley Robbins.
Now batting number 9, Bradley Robbins.
Base is empty, 1 out, top of the 6th. Bluffton American up by 2. And now time call, not sure what's going on. I guess everything's sorted out and okay. In stands Robbins. Davis with a long look in, gets his sign. Pitch on the way to Robbins is ripped into left field over the third baseman's glove. A solid single for Robbins. So a 1-out base runner for Bluffton. And now Roman Colella, the batter.
Now batting number 8, Roman Colella.
Robbins leads off first. And there's a curveball that didn't curve for ball 1 to Roman Colella. Pitch on the way, and that's hit on the fly to the second baseman for out number 2. Colella lines out softly to the second baseman. Runner still at first, now 2 outs. And Talon Putnam stands in.
Now batting number 24, Talon Putnam.
Pitch on the way to Putnam, misses inside for ball 1. We'll be right back with you tomorrow night, live on the Beaufort County channel and BeaufortCountySC.gov for more tournament action. That's hit out again towards second. On to first in time for out number 3. So Bluffton American 3 outs away from advancing in this tournament. We'll see if they can do it when we come back. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bluffton American on top of Sumter County 4-2. There's a beautiful shot of Oscar Frazier Park as we take it to break. Bluffton on top 4-2. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th. Nico Martucci going to try to nail it down. He's getting close to the pitch count. He's at 74. And these youngsters are allowed 85 pitches, so no home plate umpire, so we're not quite ready to go. Henry Parrott was going to call his own balls and strikes behind the plate. The umpire's got his table reserved at Local Pie, and now he's back ready to call the bottom of the 6th. Bluffton American 3 outs away from advancing in this tournament and 3 outs away from sending Sumter County home, but with their heads held high. They've played a great tournament. But still 3 outs to go for Bluffton American as the pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Carson Todd leads off for Sumter County. So Martucci, if he's going to finish this game up, is going to have to be economical. He's about at the pitch limit. The pitch misses for ball 1. The count's 1-1. Bluffton plays in on the corners and even at short and second. The 1-1 pitch finds the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carson Todd. Martucci into the wind, the 1-2 pitch on the way. That's hit high and deep to right field. Right fielder goes back toward the wall, and that's up against the base of the wall. And the throw to second is off the mark. If it had been a better throw, it might have gotten Carson Todd, but the throw was to the third base side of second, and it's a leadoff double. And Sumter not going away quietly. They've got the leadoff man in scoring position with nobody out for Jaray Mitchell.
Now batting, number 19, Jaray Mitchell.
Todd didn't miss by much of getting that ball out of here that would have pulled the game to within 1 run. 4-2 Bluffton American, but a leadoff double for Carson Todd, and now a courtesy runner. Corey Bailey is going to enter the game and run for Carson Todd at second. And in stands Jaray Mitchell. Martucci to the plate. Mitchell swings and misses. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Misses outside and evens the count 1-1. And Martucci inches ever closer to the pitch limit. Runner leads off second. Martucci to the plate. ripped foul off the screen. Mitchell just out in front a little bit on that pitch. Thankfully for Bluffton, because he got some good metal on that ball. And the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Martucci again into the wind. 1-2 pitch on the way. Off speed pitch, and Mitchell goes down swinging. Good pitch there by Martucci. And a big first out in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs to go for Bluffton American. And now a meeting on the mound, and I think they're going to talk pitch count. He's going to say, you got just a few more pitches. Make them count. Peyton Price is the batter with a runner on at second for Sumter and 1 out, and a 4-2 lead for Bluffton American.
Peyton Price.
Martucci's first pitch misses for ball 1. And he's got just a couple of pitches left. He can finish the batter, but he cannot start another batter once he goes over that 85 pitch limit. So I believe this is pitch number 84 coming up right now for Martucci. Runner leads off second. That's high. And the count's now 2-0 on Peyton Price. So regardless, this is going to be Martucci's last batter of the game. 2-0 pitch on the way to Price is fouled to the screen, and the count goes to 1-2. Check it, 2-1. Two-one pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and that evens the count 2-2. So Martucci trying to go out with a flourish. This will be his last batter. He's over the 85 pitch limit. He's allowed to finish this batter, and he rocks and he fires, and what a way to end it. Strike 3. Down goes Peyton Price on strikes. That's 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And that will be the end of the evening for Martucci, and somebody else on Bluffton American will have to get the final out here in the bottom of the 6th. Great job by Martucci. He exits with a runner on second and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. That young man has pitched well. He has hit well. And it's going to be up, it looks like, to Miles Fry. Maybe not Miles Fry. Let's see. Scotty Boudreau will try to get the final out in the bottom of the 6th. Bluffton American out on top 4-2. Another great baseball game.
Now pitching for Boston American All-Stars, number 3, Scotty Boudreau.
One more out to go, though, for Bluffton American. No celebrating yet. So Boudreau completes his warm-up tosses. Bluffton American 1 out away from advancing in this tournament. Sumter trying to prevent that. They have a runner on second, and there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Marion Davis will be the batter for Sumter County.
Now batting number 27, Marion Davis.
So here we go. Corey Bailey leads off second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Boudreaux into the wind. The pitch on the way. Misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Boudreaux again looks in for the sign. The pitch on the way. Popped up foul, out of play, and that'll even the count at 1. One pitch on the way, just misses for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Two-one pitch on the way, misses inside. Ball 3. 3-1. Sumter trying to work a walk and get the tying run aboard with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 pitch on the way is down low for ball 4, and it's a walk. And 2 runners aboard here for Sumter County. Davis trots down to first. Corey Bailey remains at second. Now Joe Chapman, the batter. So Boudreaux's only going to face the 1 batter, and another pitching change for Bluffton American. Looks like number 8, which would be Roman Colella. No, it's number 9, sorry. That's Bradley Robbins. So Bradley Robbins into pitch now for Bluffton. He'll try to get the final out. Tying runs aboard for Sumter with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for Buford American All-Stars, number 9, Bradley Robbins.
Robbins completes his warm-up tosses. And everything on the line here with 2 runners on, 2 men out in the bottom of the 6th, and a 2-run lead for Bluffton American. And just like last night, both these teams, regardless of how this game ends up, can hold their heads high. They have played a tremendous game. Competitors each and every one. And as I've said before, they've done themselves, their counties, and their teams proud here in this tournament. Well, here we go. Joe Chapman stands in. Runners first and second, 2 down. Robbins looks in, gets his sign. The pitch on the way is inside. Good stop by Henry Parrott to keep that ball from going to the screen, and the count's 1 ball, no strikes. Robbins works quickly, 1-0 pitch as he falls down. Ball 2, 2-0. Runners get their leads off first and second. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside, ball 3, 3-0. Pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch, nowhere near, ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded for Sumter here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tying runs in scoring position now for Sumter. Still 2 outs. Jeremiah Burson will be the batter.
Now batting number 9, Jeremiah Burson.
Robbins into the wind. The pitch to Burson. Misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Ball is hammered down the third base line. The ball is ripped down there. 1 run scores, 2 run scores.
And possibly another change for Bluffton American. The coach comes back out of the dugout. Maybe just trying to settle Robbins down here.
Saving even further advance on there, but we had 2 more runs scored there. Another 2 RBIs right there. Gage smoked that ball down the third base line.
It's kind of like the 7th game of the World Series. Everything matters because if you don't win this game, you go home. So every strategy, every bit of wisdom these coaches can give these young men, they're going to do on both sides. Bluffton American going to stay with Robbins. The count's 1 ball and no strikes to Jeremiah Burson. The bases are loaded. And there are 2 outs at the bottom of the 6th. Bluffton American holds a 2-run lead. And the count now 2-0 on Burson. Plate jumping around on Robbins here. Robbins again ready. 2-0 pitch. That's right through there for a strike. 2-1 the count.
Runners advance at second and third. Now they're looking for Darius Simpkins to do a job, either hit it to the right side, get a base hit, hit it to the right side.
Runners get their leads. 2-1 pitch is in there. 2-2. Robbins battles back to even the count. So here we go. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 2-2 count. 2-run lead for Bluffton American. In this elimination game, Robbins looks in. Henry Parrott gives the sign. Runners get their leads. A 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Robbins battles to get the 3rd strike. And Bluffton American does advance in this tournament. Sumter can hold their heads high. Their tournament is finished, but those young men played with a lot of heart, a lot of grit, and they can go back home with their heads held high. Bluffton American moves on. Another great game here on the Beaufort County Channel. The last couple of days have been real treats. So for the Beaufort County staff, I'm Jody Vermilia. Thanks for tuning in. Remember that all the games are live on the Beaufort County Channel, both on TV and stream live at BeaufortCountySC.gov. We thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night with more 2019 Dixie Youth Boys Ozone State Tournament Baseball. Until then, God bless, be safe. We'll see you next time, everybody.